И снова приветствую вас, друзья, на канале Смешной Герман. Добрейшего всем времени суток. Давайте попробуем немножко поменять концовку игры Fallout London. Ну, в том плане, что мы, может быть, сейчас сможем убить Смайта отверткой. У меня отвертка его не получится завалить. В общем, хотя бы кулаками. А нет, есть вообще-то вот это. Вот это, кстати, хорошо. Что хотя бы не кулаками его придется бить. Так, ну да, и конечно же нужна нам помощь. Так, всякие там груши, бритвозлаки, вот это вот все сожрем. Шоколад. Сигарету обязательно закурим. Так, яблоки. Так, ну, в принципе, все, да. Ну что, попробуем завалить Смайта. Тем более, что мы можем это сделать. Здорово, чувак.
As promised, button. I am Smite. Now we part. Very well.
Какого черта зонтик? Я не хочу зонтиком каким-то дебильным драться. А, погодите-ка. А, он ядовитый. Ну ладно, пусть будет зонтик. Ну да, я захренею, конечно, его сейчас убивать, этого Смайта. Но, в принципе, мне кажется, концовка будет та же самая. Так, урон, значит, наносим. У нас еще замедление времени много есть. Так, Морфикс. Что еще можно сделать? Так. Так, что-то у нас побеждать начинает, да? Блин, долго это все будет продолжаться, конечно. Алло. Убежал. Так, понятно, короче, еще раз драка.
Every move you make only serves to magnify your inferiority. I should have put an end to his political existence long ago. Who's the strongest? I should have put an end.
Ой, ну ладно. Ну, когда ты уже сдохнешь, как ты уже достал. Опять он не сдох. Ха-ха-ха-ха. Вот и висит он теперь. И чё? Чё теперь делать? А ну-ка нафиг, сдохни, тварь. Ну ладно, давайте спустимся. Ой. Как спуститься-то, что-то не понял. А, надо спуститься, подняться, блин. И чё, ты ему собрался помогать? Да, сдохни, мразота. А, черт, надо было сохранить, чтобы он... Ай! Черт, надо было сохраниться, где спасти его, а потом убить, черт. Ладно, но если бы я его спас, наверное, тоже...
Far surpassing the expectations of their creator, the Wayfarer had ultimately swayed the course of history. Smythe's clones, with the aid of the Tommies, successfully drove the aggressors out of Westminster. The retreating forces, of which there were few, were silently disposed of. A feeling of calm swept the city, all uncertainty fading into the background. Very few Londoners truly knew what was in store for the future, and very few ever would. Falling to their demise, the final seconds of Smythe's life were spent watching their replacement shrink into the distance. He considered the events leading up to this moment, and all the ways such a fate could have been avoided. However, in some small part, it came as a relief. Passing the torch had always been part of the plan, and now his job was done. The future was no longer his burden to carry. Within the hour of Smythe's death, the automatic process of finding a replacement had already begun. After slaying their creator, the Wayfarer's road to power was wide open. The temptation of following in their own footsteps was too great to turn down. The new Smythe willingly underwent the procedure of replicating their predecessors' memories. The Tommies, under the direction of Smythe, became an asset of the Angel Troopers, a friendly face to soften the blow of total subjugation. With Pete Davies at the helm, the Roundels rebounded. After cleaning up the few straggling hooligans, their club sprang back to life, though with tamer partying, because, thanks to a newly, mostly sober Davies. The Pistols of Camden would remain individualistic to the end, fending off attempts to seize power in the borough for as long as they could. The future was bleak, yet for most, conceding wasn't an option. Following the Battle of Westminster, the Wayfarer was expelled from the Pistols. The Camden Council voted unanimously in favour of this motion. The idea that one of their own could be involved in a regime so antithetical to their beliefs was a hit to the borough's morale. For the time being, Miller's men were left alone. They were deemed too much of a hassle to deal with, and Islington was blockaded. While they would occasionally sneak out and attack neighbouring boroughs, their rage, for the most part, turned inwards. With no outlet for their fury, this spawned a culture of infighting. Gangs of Miller's men would beat each other to the death over trivial matters. Fortunes were lost and won at a swing of a fist. Only one thing united them: their devotion to their leader, Miller. Traders came and went, but the Croydonians rarely crossed the bridge that had been built for them. They regarded the rest of the world with disinterest, and they were better off for it. Smythe supplemented the Tommy garrison in Brickton with angel troopers. The newcomers were cold and efficient in their transformation of the settlement. The Bricktonian dream extinguished, they were quickly brought into the fold of Smythe's plans. The gentry celebrated their perceived victory over the invading forces, believing they had established definitive control over the city. In reality, the process in which their liberties would be stripped away had only begun. According to Smythe's vision, they were to be the tools through which Parliament controlled the proletariat. The vagabonds surged in strength under their popular leader, gaining wide control over East London. For those that were part of Sebastian Gaunt's growing cult following, it was a golden time. For those who were formerly with the Syndicate, or suspected of being so, dark and bloody days would come. The Thamesfolk decided they'd had enough of the disappearances. A movement formed to leave London for good. Those who stayed behind did so forever, looking behind their backs. Archie, like many young men, struggled to find his place in Old Blighty. Never truly at home, he wandered the waste searching for a place to hang his head. He saw the world, or what was left of it, but always traded a comfortable bed for a new horizon every chance he got. Mad Jack returned to the only place he could ever truly call home, his gym. The crusade against the shadows of his past was not marked by the fall of his enemies, but the rise of a new Mad Jack. Once a mere haven for his own tortured psyche, the gym evolved into a sanctuary for the forgotten and neglected souls of London. Here, he imparted lessons not just in physical strength, but in the virtues championed by the Wayfarer. And so, the Wayfarer's journey came to an end. But it was not the end of history, only the beginning. Because in mankind's pursuit of power, there is no price too high, no life too valuable, and no ideal too sacred. Because war never changes.